Welcome to TechSphere, your go-to source for the latest innovations in technology. Today, we're exploring one of the most exciting and ambitious questions in space exploration. Who will get us to Mars first, SpaceX or NASA? Both are leading the charge toward making humanity a multi-planetary species, but they have very different approaches. Will the private sector, led by Elon Musk's SpaceX, win the race? Or will NASA's expertise and experience propel them to Mars first? Let's dive into this cosmic competition and see who has the edge. Let's start by looking at NASA's plan. NASA has been exploring Mars for decades through robotic missions like the Curiosity and Perseverance rovers. These missions have provided critical data about the Martian environment, helping scientists understand its surface, atmosphere, and potential for supporting life. But sending humans to Mars is a completely different challenge. NASA's approach is methodical and involves multiple stages. First, there's the Artemis program, which aims to return astronauts to the Moon by 2025. This mission is critical because NASA plans to use the Moon as a stepping stone to Mars. The idea is to establish a lunar outpost where technologies needed for deep space travel can be tested and refined before heading to Mars. NASA is also developing the Space Launch System, SLS, which is designed to be the most powerful rocket ever built. It will carry the Orion spacecraft and astronauts into deep space, eventually to Mars. However, NASA's timeline is long, with the first manned mission to Mars tentatively planned for the late 2030s. This cautious approach allows NASA to minimize risks and ensure safety, but it also means they might not be the first to get there. Now let's talk about SpaceX. Elon Musk has made it clear that his ultimate goal is to colonize Mars. Unlike NASA, SpaceX is a private company that operates with a faster, more aggressive approach. Musk has ambitious plans with the hope of sending the first humans to Mars within this decade. SpaceX's key to achieving this is the Starship. Starship is designed to be a fully reusable spacecraft capable of carrying up to 100 people to Mars. The rocket is powered by Raptor engines, which run on methane and oxygen, both of which could be produced on Mars, making it easier to refuel for return trips. The Starship is also massive, standing at 120 meters tall, making it the largest spacecraft ever developed. Unlike NASA's step-by-step approach, SpaceX is focused on rapid iteration. They've been testing Starship prototypes since 2020 with the goal of refining the design through trial and error. While several tests have ended in fiery explosions, this strategy has allowed SpaceX to make progress at an unprecedented speed. Elon Musk's timeline is bold. He hopes to land the first cargo mission on Mars by 2026. with the first crewed mission potentially as early as 2029. If SpaceX sticks to this schedule, they could beat NASA to Mars by nearly a decade. But will they? So who has the technological edge? NASA certainly has the experience. They've been sending spacecraft beyond Earth's orbit for over 50 years, including manned missions to the Moon. Their Perseverance rover is currently exploring Mars, collecting data and testing technologies like the MOXIE experiment, which is attempting to produce oxygen from the Martian atmosphere. These technological advancements are critical for sustaining human life on Mars. NASA's SLS rocket is also incredibly powerful, capable of carrying heavy payloads for long-duration missions. The Orion spacecraft is designed to keep astronauts safe during deep space travel with advanced life support and navigation systems. However, NASA's reliance on government funding and its slower pace of development have drawn criticism. SpaceX, on the other hand, is focused on innovation and speed. The Starship is designed to be a game changer with its reusability, which could significantly lower the cost of space travel. SpaceX has also developed the Falcon Heavy rocket, which has already demonstrated its capability in carrying large payloads to space. And let's not forget Dragon, the spacecraft that has successfully transported astronauts to the International Space Station under NASA's Commercial Crew Program. However, SpaceX's rapid testing comes with risks. Several Starship prototypes have exploded during tests, raising concerns about whether they can ensure safety in time for a manned mission. SpaceX's reliance on private funding allows for flexibility, but it also means they are under pressure to deliver results quickly. Both NASA and SpaceX face significant challenges in getting humans to Mars. For NASA, the biggest hurdle is funding. NASA is a government agency, meaning its budget is subject to political changes. The ambitious goals of the Artemis program and Mars missions require long-term commitments from Congress, which isn't always guaranteed. Then there's the challenge of technology development. Even with NASA's experience, building a spacecraft capable of safely transporting humans to and from Mars is an enormous technical challenge. There's the issue of radiation exposure, the harsh Martian environment, and the psychological toll of long-duration space travel. For SpaceX, the main challenge is safety. While rapid iteration allows for fast development, it also comes with increased risks. SpaceX needs to demonstrate that Starship can reliably carry humans through deep space and safely land on Mars. There's also the question of whether SpaceX can develop the life support systems and infrastructure needed to sustain a human colony on Mars. Both NASA and SpaceX also face the logistical challenge of making Mars missions economically viable. Even with reusable rockets, the cost of sending people and supplies to Mars will be astronomical. Establishing a permanent presence on Mars will require enormous resources, and both organizations will need to find ways to fund and sustain these missions. So, who will get to Mars first? NASA's approach is deliberate and based on decades of experience. Their collaboration with international partners and the scientific community makes their plan comprehensive but slow. With a target date of the late 2030s, NASA's mission might be the safest bet, but it's also the slowest. On the other hand, SpaceX is moving at breakneck speed. If they can overcome the technical and safety challenges, they could beat NASA to Mars by nearly a decade. Elon Musk's vision of creating a self-sustaining colony on Mars is bold, but his track record of achieving the impossible can't be ignored. The key question is whether SpaceX can balance speed with safety. Ultimately, the answer might not be either or. It's possible that NASA and SpaceX will collaborate more closely in the future, combining NASA's expertise with SpaceX's innovation to achieve the shared goal of reaching Mars. Whether it's NASA, SpaceX, or a combination of the two, one thing is clear: humanity's journey to Mars is no longer a question of if, but when. The race to Mars is heating up, with both NASA and SpaceX leading the charge. While NASA brings experience and methodical planning, SpaceX offers innovation and speed. Who do you think will get to Mars first? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting updates on the latest in tech. Thanks for watching TechSphere, and we'll see you in the next video.